Hello and welcome to Light Waves by todderbert. In front of us we have the Hotligh, model number ZF8324. This is a dual 14500 powered multi-light source flat everyday carry flashlight. You can find this retailing on Amazon for $32.99. I'll have links down below in the paid link section if you so desire this flashlight. I did notice they had an outgoing model selling for right around $23 at the making of this video. Might be one to check out as well. So this is a unique flashlight. Something different. It's not your typical arc felds, arc pros, all those things. Let's take a look. Hotligh, simple black box. Got some information on the side right there. Let's see, it says input rating, 5 volt, 1 amp. That's about what I noticed. IPX5 waterproof. Dual 14, they're showing 14450s. I think they're 14500s, but we'll double check. Aluminum alloy body, nice. And then over here we have their contact information, and I think that's about it on the box. And it's a bunch of stickers. Okay, let's see what we got inside. So I took everything out. We get to start a show. There you go. Looking pretty cool. I do like the color, gunmetal color, black treatment. Now, it's not my typical ThruNite or, the name brand O-lights and things, but you gotta try something different once in a while. And I've seen a plethora of these flashlights out there, and I figured, why not give this a try on the channel and see how it goes? So here we are. In case you've been looking too, because some people like those Nebo lights and different things, and why not get something different? Charging cables are typical USB-A to USB-C. All right. And we think it's some paperwork here. We get this Hotligh. It's so weird saying it that way. I'm thinking something else, but you get it, right? Thank you for choosing Hotligh. Okay, great. Rock on. Activate your warranty. You just click that little thing right there, I guess. Enter in your stuff. That's some pretty tiny writing there. Okay, cool. There you go. What else we get? A quick start guide. Okay, let's see what this is about. This is everything in one little simple thing. Quick start guide. Here you are. There's your flashlight. Just kind of go down the line there. Let's see, this is a functions guide. Take a screenshot if you need to. Charge your light. Boom. There's the specifications there. Nice. Awesome. Okay, 14500. It was a misprint. I'm like, wait a minute. Never heard of a 14450 before, but it could exist, I guess. Warning and warning. And then there's their contact information. I'll want to say hi to them. All right, cool. I think that was it. There you go. Quick start guide. And that model number again, ZF8324. Okay. Let's get out of the way. Let's go over the flashlight real quick. Yeah, so dimensions. We have 4 inches in length, or 101 millimeters. We have a width of 1 5/8 of an inch, or 41 millimeters. We have a height or thickness of 19 millimeters, or 3/4 of an inch. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Loving it. It's a good pocket size. Good vest clip style. Got your clip there. Yeah, so let's go ahead and do some size comparisons. I always like to do these. These are fun. I'm just going to probably bring this up a little bit. Maybe not. We'll see how it goes. Let's just start bringing things in. We have AA powered flashlight or 14500 powered flashlight. That's cool, right? Uses the same batteries. ThruNite Saber. I don't know if they make that anymore, but it used to be like a $10 flashlight for quite a long time. Pretty awesome. Just kind of try to set this aside. Here we go. Next we have a AA battery. Okay, cool. The thing about this flashlight, in a pinch and an emergency, if your batteries fail, you can put standard batteries in it and it will work. It just won't have the high output. Let's see what else we got. 18650 flat top. There you go. Giving you an idea for size. And then we have a ThruNite TC15 version 3. Yeah, give you an idea for 18650 power. Kind of side switched. Let me just bring this up to give a full idea there. That's cool. And I'll show you a profile. All right, profile of the ThruNite versus the flat lights. Yeah, I mean, I can see why these are trendy. Multi-source, they do all kinds of things. What else? Oh, I do have another comparison right here. This is neat. You'll see these in the market. The Wubin X2 Pro. Now, would you call it competition? I don't know. I mean, the Wubin's made with a little higher quality. As you can see by the front end there, it's got a lot going on. It's got side UV, side light, a normal like reading lamp style. And this pivots a little bit. This is powered on two 14500s as well. That's why I brought it out to show you that these different lights exist. Now this says RGB on it as well. The Wubin does not. But it gives you an idea of what's going on, because they do Similar setups, similar styles, a vest clip style. See how they do it? Yeah. In case you have an X2 Pro and you're wondering, hey, I'm going to get that light todderbert show to Hotligh. Anyway, there you go. A little bit more compact X2 Pro. But I think you pay like $50 for something like this. Just guessing. I forget. Alright, so features of the Hotligh ZF8324. I don't know if I remember that model number, but let's check it out. So right away, aluminum body, which is nice. And we have a anodized finish. I did notice the finish isn't perfect. Like here, I think it's on this area where it didn't quite anodize. I'm like, how'd that wear or chip? It's actually chipped. It's just the anodized treatment didn't take. It's usually because there might be some oil or wasn't properly cleaned before they put it in the tank. I've seen that before with certain plating processes. So yeah, that will happen if the material isn't cleaned properly of oils and residues. But so yeah, you know, it's more of a economy light, but it's trying to do quite a bit. So for the money. But yeah, let's go ahead and go to the front end. We have what they say ABS plastics or polycarbonate. We have a thrower section here. They don't give any information on the LEDs, so I'm just going to tell you what they do. There's a warm tint. That's a thrower style. It's got the TR optics, and it's got stepless dimming, which is nice. Over here, if you look, I'll try to zoom in on that. We have 3 UV LEDs. It's kind of interesting how they blend them. One of them, I think, is a 395 nanometer, and the other 2 are 365 nanometer to give you a type A blend, I guess they're calling it. I didn't know what a type A UV is. Probably should look it up, but you know, it's pretty intense. I'll tell you what, these 3 are probably producing 3 watts of UV. It's pretty intense. It's the most intense UV source I have in a small compact light like this. Now, it looks like you can get the front off. It's got Allen heads on the front bezel. Nice. Very cool. All right, going to, I'm thinking this, yeah, right here, the side cob light. This is your main light. This is the 2000 lumen light. Advertising in big white letters here. You know, 2000 lumens coming out of this side on the cobs. If you notice, it's got a convex lens to it. It kind of helps focus it so it's not all flood. It kind of centers the beam a little bit, but still a lot of flood. You'll see that in pictures I took in the garage. It's got a cool white tint to it. I thought it'd be more warm, but definitely a cool white. Will light up an area nice. Now it also has step modes, 3 of them, and it also will do stepless dimming. When I do the pictures in the garage, I did with the steps to give an idea of what's going on there. It's got like a bezel around to protect it. I don't know if it needs it, but it has that aluminum insert there. It's not removable. Might be threaded. I don't know. Yeah, nice. Got a cool design. I'm liking this grip. Not a bad grip. It feels like it's not going to slip in the hand. It's got little notched areas on the side of the body as well. I don't know if I showed that to you. Very nice. So yeah, the light bar here. There's 16 RGB LEDs. There's only 3 modes, but I'll show you a trick with one of the modes. Allows you to lock in the color, which is nice. But yeah, there's 16 RGBs in there. And it comes very handy because you can get green light source, red light source out of here at a steady source, which is nice, not just a flasher. I did notice, I did like that on this light. So we got a mag base in the bottom and our door here. So I believe we're locked right now. There's a little safety lock. So you flip this little switch here. I don't know if you can see that. It's a little lock for the battery door. I like how they did that. And you just press this and it pops open the door. There you go. Got your contacts, and these are your included batteries. These are 14500 protected cells, and these are 950 milliamp hour each. Like I said, the cool thing is, oh, it does say 14450 on the battery. Look at that. That's funny. I think you use 14500s as well. That little bit's not going to make a huge difference. But you can throw these in. Check this out. These are end loops. This is meant to be emergency only, so do not hook up your charger. It will not charge these. Do not do that. You'll ruin them probably. Let's make sure, whoops, we're not locked. So I just close this up and show you it turns on. So we got UV, double press, got our warm light. Let's stepless dim it. It's nice. There you go. Turn it off. Got your side light. Stepless dimming, which is nice. I'll show you how these buttons work in a second. But you're limited to the output. I believe it was like 70 lumen output they were saying, but that's what you get when you're running the standard nickel metal hydrides. But it can do that in a pinch, which is good. So if you find yourself in an emergency and your batteries are dead and you have no way to charge, well, if you happen to have a set of alkalines laying around or end loops charged up, awesome. You can use those out of your radio. Makes a perfect companion with, like, say, a Skywave 2 in that. But there you go. That's cool. So let's go ahead and latch that back down. All right. Awesome. Like I said, mag base, right? You get the drill. It'll hold itself up. Rock on. It's pretty strong. It's got like a little protective area too. I like how they did that. It protects anything from scratching. So it's got like a rubberized surface there. So it shows you the lock there. Now the buttons, there's 2 of them. So just know that the forward button's for your forward lights, the side button's for your side lights. So forward button, forward lights, side button. Side. I mean, these are both side buttons technically, but you get the idea. The one below the front button is the side button. Let's go show you how this works. So this is pretty simple. One press, you got ultraviolet. That's, wow. Okay, I can feel heat from this UV. Probably get a tan. That's incredible. That's your UV section. It's not dimmable, which is unfortunate. Now, if you double press this, you get to that throw. So there's that. It's a real warm tint. So I can bring in Iron Man here. And then we can stepless dim this. I'll demo this again, but just press and hold while it's on, and it'll stepless dim. The only thing about this flashlight is, if you notice, there is no mode memory. So if I double click again, it's going to take you right to the highest setting. If you do notice, it does have battery status LEDs there. Okay, lights up, blue bar. It will flash red when the batteries run low. Give you an idea. It does start going down on the meter too as well. Gives you an idea. But yeah, there's UV again, one setting. And of course, right on high. So if you ever turn a light on, it's always going to be on high when you turn it on. And you have to adjust the brightness manually. So there's that. Switch below it here. It has a lot of modes. And then we'll talk about the USB-C port, which I forgot to. So the cob light has quite a few things going on with the side button. So if you single press, it turns it on. And if while it's on, you can cycle it, pressing it again. Get your 3-step modes and off. That's how that cycles. So it's, yeah, and off. Now, if you want to go up and down brightnesses, just turn it on, press and hold while it's on. Now it's going to step all the way up to the highest 2000 lumens, and then keep holding it, and it goes all the way back down to your lowest setting. So you get the idea. But just remember, you turn it off, it goes to the highest setting again, no mode memory. Okay, there we are, turn it off. Now, RGB section. To get to that, you just double tap the side button. So let's do that. Double press them off. There is our RGB section. As you can see, it's got this breathing mode. Pretty awesome. And the trick here is, if you find a certain color you like, you just long press the side button and it'll lock that color in. So I want to wait for it to go back to red, and we'll lock red in. I think it's the next color. And there we are. Long press. There, now it's locked in on red, and now you have a red light source. That's pretty nice. Yeah. That is good. Now, I wish it would hold that in mode memory, but it doesn't. So then you hit this button again. You got a red flasher. That's your second mode. That's all it does. Can't change anything about that. And hit this again, and you got a waterfall. It's kind of like a cool, like, you know, if you get your dance music going, you'd be rocking. And that's it. That's how that works. So what else you got? I know there's other things it has. It has from off, long press for 5 seconds, and it will lock the light out. So I'm holding it, and there you go. Flashing that we're locked out now. So it's telling us that the buttons are going to work. That's good if you're carrying it in your pocket. You don't want to discharge the light. So press and hold this for 5 seconds, and it should turn back on. There we go. I figured the side light was going to fire. Yep. And then off. So yeah, it'll go through the settings to get it off, unfortunately, but that's how that works. Very simple. USB-C input, 5 volts, 1 amp input, all modes available while charging. I thought that was kind of nice. Didn't expect that with this light, but it does. And it charges at a 1 amp charge rate, which is, I would say, acceptable with 2 of these batteries. It might be a little on the fast side, but you are charging 2 at once. So yeah, it should be all right. So let's go to garage. We took some pictures, and we'll do a quick desktop demo and do final thoughts on the Hotligh. All right, let's head to the garage. So here I am in front of the garage door, 15 feet away. It's cob lighting is on high. This is 2000 lumens. Expect a runtime of 1.5 hours, throttling, of course. And that's about all the information I have on that. Probably won't be using that mode too often, but in a pinch, at least you have it. Now we're on Cobb medium level. This is 600 lumens. Expect a runtime of 4 hours. Not bad. Searching around. It's kind of like the middle range with this light. Now remember, you still have that stepless dimming where you can pick brightnesses in between to conserve on the battery. And now we have Cobb low, which is 200 lumens. Expect a runtime of 7 hours. As mentioned, yeah, you can definitely use the stepless dimming to go all lower than this mode and really conserve on the power if you need more than 7 hours, especially in an emergency. Now for our last picture, this is the forward light. This is on high, of course, the one mode. I didn't do any stepless dimming here. This is 800 lumens. Expect a runtime of 1.5 hours. Nice warm tint, and it's got some decent throw. It's not spectacular, but at least it gets a little bit more throw than your side light. Easier to maneuver around instead of trying to aim it sideways. All right, great. Let's go back to the table. Okay, so yeah, I got Iron Man out already. Let's go ahead and turn this on. We'll start out, I guess, with the forward lights. Yeah, forward light double press. There we are. And then we're going to bring it down because we don't need high. Let's do this here. There we go. Cool. Try to get an idea for temperatures. All right, let's turn off these lights. Okay, so our thrower section, you can see it's got a nice little bit of spill. We got that hot center, kind of diffused because of the TIR optics. But there you go, not too bad. And you can definitely see the yellow tint to this light. Now I'm going to aim it at the ceiling and just go through the mode, the stepless dimming. So aiming up, and then we'll go all the way up to 800 lumens. Confirm, and then we're going to go all the way back down to the lowest setting, which I'm guessing is probably about 5 lumens. Looks about like 5, give or take. All right, so we're going to switch over to UV. Turn it off, go UV. Yeah, as you can see, super strong UV. That's intense. Now, I'm wondering if my Wubin has this UV mode engaged. I'm going to see if it does, because that'd be cool to show you the differences in power of the UV versus the other. Let me just turn that on. Yes, I do. Okay, so here is the Wubin's UV light. Okay, that's it. That's all you get. Hotligh, Wubin. Hotligh, Wubin. And this thing's getting warm in my hand. This thing is pushing the power, man. Oh, if you are outdoors and you're looking for creepy crawlies or stones that fluoresce, here you go. You're going to use this light. Bring some extra batteries just in case. Awesome. Okay, so let's go to the side light. Oh, make sure I turn off the Wubin here. Turn this bad boy off. There we go. All right, so we're going to go to the side light now. Okay, so this, I believe, is low. Starts out on low on this one. Oh, I stepless dimmed. Hold on, let me turn that off. So low, medium, high. Okay, so I'm aiming at the ceiling. 2,000 lumens. Okay, 200. Forgot turns off. 600, 2,000. So you get the idea. It's definitely discharging quickly. That was one of the main complaints, is this runs out of battery juice pretty quick, and it does. So just try to run the lowest settings as possible. Let's go ahead and show you kind of, it's just a super flood. As you can see, it's trying to focus the edges of the light. It doesn't really have much of a ring going on, but it does have some, but not too bad. There you go. It's a cool white. Definitely a cool white to this light. I like it. Stepless dim. I went really fast. There's 2,000 and I hit the ceiling and going all the way down to its lowest setting. All right, let's do an RFI test real quick and then we'll give final thoughts. So Skywave 2 in the house.
Trying to establish himself. The best way to do that, it starts with Lamar being there, even though it's volatile. For him to be there and establish on day one. That felt important.
Art Jackson taking to the field on Tuesday as the Ravens begin week 2 of their OTAs. He missed practice during the first week with, well, a couple of things going on, according to his new head coach, Jesse Minter.
Okay, so as you can tell, strong RFI coming out of this bad boy. Yeah, well, it's one of its things, right? What are you going to do? All right, let's turn the lights back on. And then we'll do our final thoughts. Yeah. Skywave 2, radio channel first. Awesome. Now, these do make a good combo because they do run on the same batteries. 2 AA's, 2 AA's. Rock on. Just don't put the lithiums in here. Not a good idea. You'll blow up your radio. But you get the idea, right? Boom. All right. So, loving that. Okay, so let's go ahead and do final thoughts. Bring that down. Bring some Iron Man action in case the color's off. Yeah, it looks good, doesn't it? There we go. Loving that color, by the way. So, likes, dislikes, and final opinion. There's a lot I like about this light. I love the high output UV, like I mentioned. That is just intense. Love what they did there. Fantastic. The RGB section is useful. It's not a gimmick. Being able to lock in that color strip is really nice. Good thinking on the building UI there. I do like the warm forward light. I do like the fact that it is warmer. Give a little bit of better CRI, color rendering index. CRI is a little warmer so you can see your colors better. That is nice to have, especially if you're trying to figure out what color wire you need to do something in the dark to rewire something in the car. Yeah, it's nice to know. Stepless dimming on the main LED, so I do like that it has stepless dimming here and on the side light. Amazing. I didn't expect stepless dimming as well on an inexpensive light, so that was nice. The ability to use standard AA's, that was a big trick. Now, yeah, this having this dual battery compartment is nice, and the ability to change the batteries is a big deal. So, yeah, that's one of its main selling points to me. And like I said, in the pinch, you can use your standard AA's lying around to keep things going. It's very important, especially if you're prepping or you want a backup light. This might be the way to go for you. It just depends on what features you want. I do like all modes are available while charging. Very nice. Like I said, I never really showed the USB port, but yeah, you got your IPX5 waterproof, which is nice. It's not ideal, but it's better than nothing, right? But yeah, you got your simple USB-C right there with the rubber jacket. But yeah, I do like that. They're all available. I do like the electronic lockout on here as well. And the battery door lock. I thought that was pretty ingenious there. It's a side flip, you know. I like that little flipping thing. Just flip it to the side. So it's so intuitive. They even have a little notch there where it locks into. That's smart. Now, Woburn has this little goofy sliding square, which is okay, I guess. I'd rather have that pivoting feature. It just seems more natural to use. So that's just me personally. Dislikes, well, the big one and a want on this is mode memory. If they put mode memory on here, they're going to sell a ton more units. So, Hotligh, if you're watching this, you're going to want to add mode memory. That's a good thing. Now, I understand why they didn't do mode memory. A true, you know, prepper light wouldn't have mode memory because it doesn't want parasitic drain on the battery. So when you take it out of your pocket and turn it on, it's going to turn on. That's a pretty big deal. But this light without mode memory is a little bit of a hassle. And it's a little harder to work around. Just got to get used to it. That's all. So people won't bother them. But I'm so used to mode memory that it kind of bothers me. That's just my personal opinion. I would like an adjustable UV. I believe it's too intense right now. I mean, it's great. But it needs at least a step down, like a low and a high. So I've seen that before on the newer, like the Woburn X. Well, I don't know if it's a Woburn. I'm trying to remember where I saw it, but one of these flashlights I reviewed, it had 2-stage. Oh yeah, I think that's like the one of these fancy arc felts, you know, or arc pros. This guy here, I think, has a dual stage UV. Let's see. Let's turn it on. Just curious. There's the UV. Press and hold. Yeah, this one's got dual UV. See, that's what they need to do on the Hotligh. Yeah, that'd be nice. Dual stage, but I mean, this is a $130 light compared to a $30 light. You don't normally compare these lights, but there you go, in case you wanted to know. 130, 30. All right, cool. So what else? That was pretty much it. Oh, the finish. I wasn't too happy about seeing the anodized treatment being a little poor, but it is what it is. Didn't spend a fortune on this light, so I'm not like too worried about it. But there is that. So. And of course, your carry clip there, which I didn't really show you too much of, but it's pretty basic setup. You get the drill. Decent weight to it. The weight, I'll probably have a pop-up earlier, but it's 149 grams, in case I forget to do the pop-up. Overall, the ZF8324 Hotligh, it gets a maybe recommendation. Not a full up, not a full down. It gets a maybe. The reason being, the light has many useful modes, which I love, but you have to be okay with no mode memory. The mode memory might be a deal breaker for a lot of people, and it may not be. It might be a deal maker for some. Again, the preppers that don't want mode memory. That is a thing. So you might, because I've pulled these out of storage and they've been dead because of mode memory. And I pulled, a standard light out like this, and it's been charged for 5 years. It still works. So you do have that issue. And I do like the fact that it will keep running because there's no drain on those batteries. That is a bonus. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this video. Give me a like if you did. If you like this product, definitely give a big like. 2, if you like the Hotligh brand and you want to see more, hit subscribe to the bell icon, get notified of future lights if I get more from this company. And of course, 3, comment down below what you think about these inexpensive, do-everything multi-light source, flat-bodied lights that you actually can change the batteries on. Is it in the market for you? Are you thinking about one? Do you like this particular model, or do you have another model you want me to check out? Just comment down below. I'd like to hear what you have to say. All right, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next awesome video.